Hello everyone, good morning. So today we will start exercise 4B. So before starting off, let's just quickly understand what exactly the concept which are going to be required to solve this particular exercise. So without wasting any further time, let's start. So the key and the only concept which is required to deal with this particular exercise is nothing but called as angle. So what is the definition of angle? Angle is a figure formed by two rays starting from the same initial point. There is a definition which is given in your book. It means when the two rays have common starting point. So that means the starting point is this one, let's say, and the ray, this is the first ray and the second ray will be looks like this. So that means the starting point will be same, and let me just give some name for these two rays. Let's say OA and OB. So angle is nothing but it is the gap between these two rays. So one more thing that most of the students will ask that, or may have some doubt related that which gap I am talking about, whether it is this one, this one, this one, this one, because the gaps are expanding if you just observe it carefully. So when we are confused about which gap that I have to pick up, there is one solution which is called as protector. Do you know what exactly protector is? In your geometry box you can easily find out this shape. This is the shape of protector, right? And there is one initial point or starting point which is there, and the degrees will be given like this point. All right, so now which gap that we have to pick, that is the question, no? So to make that simple, what we can do is we just put this protector over here, and this starting point will be coincide to this starting point, and where it just this markings it just aligned with this line. Do you understand? That means the starting point will be, we have to pick this protector over here. Let's see, let's say I'm just making one different diagram. All right, see, let's say this is the protector. The initial point will be same like that way. All right, so what we can do is, here we just clearly observe that this line, the ray is coinciding over this marking. So in the protector, at this certain point, what is the value which is being given? That is the exact measurement of this particular angle. So what does it mean? That angle can be angle, this is the side, or you can say this is the extra knowledge that I am sharing with you all, that angle is being measured angle is being measured by how? By its unit called as degree. This is the word degree. This is the word degree. All right, so in the geometry box you will definitely found out that your protector will be there, and all the markings have some particular degree or some particular measurement which in terms of degree. All right, so what you can do is, to make that confusion brushed out, what we can do is we just put this protector over here in this particular point, so that it coincides with the common point of two rays, and after that we have to observe that at which marking this line is gonna align to it, right? And after that, at this particular point, what is the measurement of that protector, and you can easily find out the measurement of angle in terms of what? Degree. Is it clear to all of you? I guess it is so. So now let me just write down the definition of angle. An angle is a figure angle is a figure formed by two rays starting from same initial point. Is it clear to everyone that the angle will be formed how? By looking at this figure where the starting position of two rays will be same and the gap which is being created over here. So no need to confuse about which gap that I have to pick, because by using a protractor you can easily find out that only one measure or the only one measurement of the angle will be possible in this particular figure. So there is no such doubt related to which gap that I have to pick up. Is it clear? Alright, so let's just move on to our next part, that is called as exterior of an angle. Exterior of an angle. So there are two parts. Definitely it will be understandable. How? Let's see. If you just observe it carefully, this is the angle which is being created over here. So this part, this area, this portion, it is what? It is the interior of an angle. How? Because it is between two, this portion is between two rays. And what was this? This is the exterior, because outside the rays, outside these two rays, what are the area that is being left? That is called as exterior. Alright, so exterior of angle is nothing but, let's say, I'm just removing this dots to make it much more clear to you. Let's see. Alright, so now this is the angle that is being formed. Alright, done. OAB. So these points are called exterior of an angle. So let's say E, F, G, H, I. So these points are nothing but called as exterior of an angle. So how will you write it in the definition point of view? The space outside the arms of an angle are called as exterior of an angle. One more thing is that here you just need to focus on this particular word, that is called as arms. So what do you mean by arms? Arms are nothing but these rays. This OA and OB, these are called the arms. Because of these arms, the angle is actually forming. This is the first ray, let's say, and this is the second ray. So the initial point is same. So because of these two rays, the angle is forming. So there is one special name which is associated for these two rays, which are called as arms. And when this arm term will be applicable? Only when the angle is forming. Alright, done. So after that, let me just move on to our next point, that is called as, definitely you can make one interior. You can make your own idea that what should be it is, that is interior of an angle. So interior of an angle will be what? You can easily understand it, guess it, right? This is the portion. Let's say these points, let's say X, Y, Z, or let's say W. These points are what? These points are called interior of an angle. Interior of an angle, the space within the arms. The space within the space within the arms of an angle. Done? All right. So now the last and the most interesting point is that the what is called as angular region. What is called as angular region. So let me just discuss this concept as well. All right. So now the last concept is called angular region. So angular region is what? Let me just make one angle once again. OAB. All right. So now angular region is nothing but the interior of an angle together with the angle itself is called angular region. The interior of an angle together with the angle itself. So let me just write down this definition. The interior of an angle with the angle itself are called as angular region. So what is the specification of this? If you just see this point, let's say right now we have discussed about exterior and interior. So one more thing that is being left, if you just see these points which are on the arms, these points are known as angular points. These points are known as angular regions, or you can say angular. If you just specifically ask me this point, let's say X, Y, Z and U, V, W. So these points are called as angular points, or this region which is being covered, this region which is being covered are called as angular region. Angular region. Is it clear to all of you? I guess it is so. There is nothing such big deal with this angular region. That is, every point of each of the arms of the angle is said to lie on the angle. All right. So that means this portion where this part is also available, as well as these points are also available. This portion is nothing but called as angular region. So now we have understood about what exactly angle is, what is exterior of an angle, interior of an angle, and as well as angular region. So now we are officially, or you can say officially eligible to enter exercise 4B. So let's just start exercise 4B now. Alright, so let's just start exercise 4B by looking at question number 1. So what is question number 1? Name the angles formed in each of the following. So this is the figure which is being given to all of us. So here we have to find out that how many angles are forming actually, right? So how we can do it? So first of all, solution, and then what is the definition? That two rays have some common point, and that region which is being created, this is called as, or the gap which is being created, that is called as angle. So now by looking at the figure very carefully, we can easily understand, or we can easily get what exactly we have to do. So the first angle will be, that is angle AOB, right? Angle AOB. So now how you can write the angle, that is also the key concept that you have to understand. So first of all, the angle, the sign of the angle looks like this. All right. So after that, what we have to do, that the middle portion, or you can say the connecting point between two rays, it will be in the center. It will be in the center, and the arms points will be, one will be in left hand side, and one will be in left, and one will be in right. So there is no mandatory thing that the B should be in the right and A should be in the left. You can write B should be in left and A should be in right. There is no such problem. All right. So now, but the key thing that you have to focus on, that the connecting point where the arms are getting connected with each other, that point it needs to be fixed in the center. All right. So now AOB, that is the first angle. I hope you got it. After that, comma, BOC, angle BOC, comma. After that, angle COD, angle COD. After that, angle DOE, DOE. So now the question is there any angle that is left? Yes, absolutely. Because there is, if you just observe it carefully, A and C and also have one common point which is being there. So now the condition will be looks like there is one bigger angle and this is the next condition. All right. So now in this particular figure, how many angles which are forming? First of all, this portion, this portion, this portion, but overall there is another one, no? Because of this two rays, this portion is also coming. So that means we have to look up in all such circumstances that whether the definition is being applicable or not. That's it and nothing else. So here, by looking at the figure, we can easily understand that angle AOC is also one angle. So that means angle BOD will be another angle. So that means angle COE will be another angle. After that, is there any angle left? Absolutely. So now angle AOD will be one. If you just observe it carefully, what exactly I did. See, first of all, I took, there is no gap in between, or you can say there is no line in between this particular gap. After that, there is one line in this two. In this particular gap, there is only one line. After that, I am taking two lines in between this particular gap. After that, I will take three lines. Like that way, it will go on increasing order. All right. So now after COE, what exactly that is being remaining? That is angle AOD. Angle AOD. After that, what exactly that is remaining? That is angle BOE. That is angle BOE. And last but not the least, that is angle AOE. That is angle AOE. Done. So that means that are the total angles which is being created in this particular figure. So let me just move on to the next one. I hope you got it, that how to exactly form the angle. The key concept is that where the two rays meet, the meeting point should be in the middle. The meeting point should be in the middle, and the arm points will be either in left or either in right. All right, fine. After that, let's just do this particular question. So now in this question, there is question number 3. If you just observe it carefully, the first angle will be because of, let's say, because of AB and AD, there is one point. So there is one point which is being there. All right, this is the meeting point of this particular. Now one more thing, that is the confusion that is being given, that sir, you have told me that, you have told us that there is a concept of rays, but there is no ray, because AD is a line segment and AB is also a line segment, no, right? So that means what I just observe, what we can just observe by looking at the figure, that it doesn't even matter whether there should be a ray or not. It is also possible when we are talking about line segment, when we are talking about two lines as well. Let's see, this is the first line, this is the second line, right? There is one meeting point, no, which is being there. So this meeting point is what? This one, O, and these points are, let's say, A, B, C, D. So in this particular figure, how many angles which are forming? If you just observe it carefully, this is the first point, so the gap is this one. This is the second point, this one, this one, this one. All right, and that 4 angles are being created very easily. Other angles are also there. If you just completely observe it, this is the another angle and this will be the another angle. All right, so that means there are 6 angles which are being formed, and one more angle which is there, this is called as the total angle, which will later on I will discuss with you all. So primarily we just focus on that in this particular figure there is no mandatory term which is being given that it should be a ray. That is not at all mandatory. The main concept is that whether the gap is forming, or the main concept is that where it exactly meet the two lines or two rays or two line segments, where they meet. That is the main point. So here in this particular figure, AB and AD are two rays. No, they are two line segments. So that means these two line segments, they meet at this particular point, that is A, and hence it forms one angle. So the angle will be what? I'm just making one line. The angle will be what? It is actually angle A will be in the middle and the arm points will be either in left or in right. Right? Angle BAD, that is the first angle, comma. After that, this is the another gap which is being created because of AB and BC. So here B will be in the middle and A and C. Alright, after that this is the another angle which is being formed. There is BCD, angle BCD, and last but not the least this one. So now you just tell me, that D will be lie at in the left or in the right or in the middle. What do you think? Definitely in the middle. Very nice. So D will be in the middle and the arm points will be left and in right. So that is the answer of question number 1 and 3. Most importantly, that is your work to do, that the question which I didn't, or you can say didn't discuss in these videos or in the earlier videos, make sure you just try these questions at your home, because through practice you can master the concepts. Alright, so let's just move on to our next question, which is question number 3. Alright, so we are coming towards the end of this particular session. So let's just observe the last question of this particular video, that is in figure 3 rays OA, OB, OC, OD and OE start from the end point, that is O. There is the figure which has been given, and after that they have named the angles in terms of numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the question that is being asked in the first, that name these angle using capital letters, that you letters of English alphabet. So that means what we did in the last question, we have to do the same in this particular question. So how to do it? Very easily, we know that. So the first angle, that is angle 1. Angle 1 is what? Angle 1 is this one. So it is being created by which two arms? That is AO, that is OA and OB, that is OA and OB, and we know that how to write this angle. So angle OAOB or angle BOA, both are same. Is it clear? After that angle 2 is there. So how to write angle 2? That is very easy. Angle BOC or angle COB. And 3 is what? COD or angle DOC. Both are same. So what that thing that we need to fix in our mind before doing this question, that the meeting point, it should lie in the middle. That's it and nothing else. 4 will be angle DOE or angle EOD. Last but not the least, that is angle 5. So angle 5 is nothing but angle AOE or angle EOA. That's it. So that's about question number 1. So let's just move on to our next question, that is of question number 3. Question number 3-2. Alright, so let's just do the second question of question number 3, that is the name 2 points each in the exterior of. So we have to find out the exterior point. So what exactly exterior point it means? The portion, this portion is the interior one and this portion is the exterior one. So we have to find out such points which are there in the exterior of angle AOB. So where is angle AOB? So this is the angle AOB. So it will looks like something like this. This is the angle, that is angle AOB, This is the angle, that is angle AOB. So outside this portion, how many points are there? These points are what? These points are exterior points, simple. So that means C, D and E are the exterior points. So that means C, D, E are the exterior points. Is it clear to all of you? So what exactly that I did, that there is a portion which is the interior of angle AOB. So outside, whatever the point is, that are called as exterior points. So we can easily observe it by looking at the figure that C, D and E are the exterior points of angle AOB. After that, let's just find out angle BOD. So where it is BOD? BOD. So if you just observe it carefully, BOD, it's like this one. So there is one point which is in the interior of BOD. So outside of BOD, whatever the point is, these points are called as exterior angle. So that means A and E are the exterior points. After that, angle EOD, by looking at the figure, it is very easy to understand. Angle EOD, so that means C, A, B are the points. So that means A, B, C. Alright, so angle EOA. EOA is the next question. EOA. This portion is the interior one and this portion will be the exterior one. As simple as that. So that means BCD. B, C, D. Last but not the least, there is a question that is BOC. So where is BOC? BOC is angle BOC. So BOC is this region, alright. So this point will be exterior, this point will be exterior, and this point will be exterior. Simple. So that means A, D, E are the exterior point. I hope you got it. It's very easy to understand. So question number 2 is done. Move on to question number 3. Alright, so move on to our next question, that is question number 3. Question number 3 is name the points each of the interior of. Alright, so we have to find the interior points. First question is angle AOD. So where is angle AOD? AOD. So angle AOD, and in between there are two lines. This is angle AOD. AOD. So clearly we can understand that this is the interior portion and these 2 points are interior. So B, C will be the first one. BOD. So BOD, there is only one point, C. And COA, where is COA? COA, again B is the only point. So that means this is the answer of question number 3. I hope you got it. Is it too faster? Let me just summarize one more time for you. That what exactly we do, that find out the figure and the portion which is in between the two arms of the given angle. These portions, or you can say these points, are called as the interior points. Is it clear to all of you? I hope it is. Move on to our next question, that is question number 4, or you can say the last question of today's video. So now the last question is name the points which lie on the angle. So observe it very carefully. First angle is angle AOB. So if you just observe this angle AOB, all right. So what are the points that are on the line, or you can say on the angle AOB? If you observe it carefully, these 3 points are there only. These 3 points are there which are on the angle. These 3 points, simple. So that means A, B, O, B. That is the first answer. AOC is again same. A, O, C. AOE, where is AOE? AOE, same. A, O, E. After that, EOC. So EOC will be again same. E, O, C. Last but not the least, that is EOD. EOD will again same. E, O, D. So what is the logic behind that? That how many points are which lie on the angle? So in this figure, these points are on the angle, as simple as that. So that's it for question number 3, or you can say the last question of today's video. I hope that exercise 4B is clear to you. If you get any sort of doubt, make sure you do ask me in WhatsApp, and as well as when the Zoom class will be going on, that will be much more fruitful for me, because during the Zoom classes you are happily, or you are eager to, if you are eager to ask me, make sure you do ask me. All right, so till then, I hope in the next video I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe and bye bye.